What's poppin', you guys? It's Jay, and today I'm back with another video. So today, guys, today's video is going to be my pet peeves about Southern University. If you guys don't know, I am going to be a third year, aka a junior at Southern University this year. I'm almost done. I haven't applied to nursing school yet. If you don't know, I'm a nursing major. So I got about a year and a half left. In God's plans, it's gonna take my time, graduate, so I can do what I gotta do so I can get the hell out. Without further ado, let's jump into this video because these pet peeves are juicy. Alright guys, let's jump right into this video. My very first pet peeve is honestly probably the biggest one on here. So we starting off with a bang. If you see me looking this way, my list is right here. Everything seems to be last minute. I'm not saying that it is. I definitely have a respect for everyone that is involved with anything that gets put on at Southern University. But it seems like things are very last minute that go on at the school. For example, with everything going on with Miss Rona, I have no idea what exactly is going on with school. I saw on Twitter that they were saying we were going to be doing some form of online remote, and also some classes were going to be hybrid. But now I've seen that 7 staff members at Southern University have contracted the virus. Why would we want to go to an environment where people are actively getting sick? And I will be the first to say that I did not see a response from Southern University to these allegations that are being said. People are saying that there are 7 faculty members at Southern that currently have the virus, that have gotten sick from going to campus, and Southern University has said nothing about it. And now I'm hearing that the way you have to specifically say you want to be an only online student when people, like I said, people are getting sick. We shouldn't be going to campus at all. So personally, this is something I don't want to do because, well, I'm making another video about my manifestation, things that I'm claiming and putting into the universe and letting God handle. So I don't want to speak too much on that, but personally I am within the next 2 to 3 years trying to move out of Louisiana and to purchase a house. So I don't want to slow that down. I want to be able to do this in X amount of time because I want to have another baby. So I want to have another baby after I graduate. So I don't want to keep pushing my graduation. Anyway, getting off track. I don't want to, but I will sit out a semester if it means that I will remain healthy and not get the virus, because my mother personally had the virus and I will not watch my mother go through that. I'm sorry, y'all. I really have to go on a rant. But that goes to show you how Southern can be very last minute, because today is July 29th and I still have heard nothing about what's going to be going on for school. When are y'all gonna tell us? August is next month. August is in 4 days. 3 days. I need something. Number 2, there is not enough information for commuter students. There have been multiple things that go on with Southern that I have been left out of because I feel like we need another newsletter, or specifically a program for commuter students, just somewhere to put up activities that are going on campus, or fundraisers or community service opportunities, so that people that don't actually live on campus can be an active part of the community. There was supposed to be, before school let out, a step show. I wouldn't have been able to participate because I was pregnant, but I wanted to. And I wish I would have known anything about it. I did not find out until my friends told me they were already a part of the group and they had already went through tryouts. Same thing happened my very first year of school. There was a dance competition and apparently there were tryouts and all of these other things that I had no idea about. Now, I'm not the best dancer, but it's a fun activity for students. I would have loved to have done something like that and just had fun and just been able to be a part of my school community, but these things were not broadcasted to me as a commuter student. There were probably posters put up in the dorms for sign-ups and tryouts, but these things need to be brought to social media. The platforms that we have nowadays need to be used. Like I said, maybe another newsletter, maybe a newspaper, something, a bulletin board in the union, possibly saying these are the events that are going to be going on, these are the tryouts, X, Y, and Z, because there is not enough information personally getting to commuter students, and we are constantly being left out of the loop. Number 3 is the lack of apartments. Now, I do not blame this one on Southern specifically. I just blame it on the specific area. Southern is in a very rural, I guess you could say, area. Which is the next one I'm getting into, so I don't want to talk too much specifically on the area. But however, I live on LSU side, so I take about a 15-minute drive to school every day, which isn't bad, but I used to live at an apartment, which was right, y'all, they got a fly in here and it's gonna bug me. I'm so sorry if y'all see it. I think I got it. I used to stay at the apartment, when you saw my moving out vlog, that was right next to Southern University. Like, it was walking distance. You walk over the hump and boom, there's my apartment. And the apartments, I don't want to talk too much crap about them, but they're really not good apartments. So if you plan on staying at those apartments, I personally don't recommend them. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not going to say any names because your girl not about to get sued. And I'm not going to speak on the things that I saw there because your girl's not about to get sued. But if you would like to know why I think you should not stay at the apartments that are over the hump, right next to Southern University, you can comment down below. You can DM me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever you want. If you're planning to move in there and you just want to know, my personal feedback, I'll give it to you. But I'm not about to put that on the internet because I don't want to get in any legal, I don't want to get in trouble. But I will tell you my opinion and my experiences with that apartment complex. Anyway, that is the only apartment complex over there aside from the campus apartments. So if you really want like your own space, you have to, in a truly, truly nice space, you have to come to LSU side or even farther. There really isn't anything on Southern side that is, I don't want to say luxury, but like there's lower class apartments, middle class apartments, and then there's luxury. I'm in about the middle, kind of like upper middle apartment. And what I was staying in, I definitely will consider lower. Number 4 is the area, as I was kind of touching into when I was talking about the apartment situation. If you do not know, Southern University is in a food desert. The nearest Walmart is about 15 to 20 minutes away. And it is very, very hard for students that don't have cars and don't have money to Uber or anything to get fresh produce, groceries, and things like that. Of course, you can't cook or anything in your dorm unless you have an apartment in the back of campus or you stay at the apartments. Y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all go to Southern. Those apartments. It's very hard to get food because the only other place there is to get food is the Family Dollar that is right next to the hump. It's like a student, right before you go over the hump, it's right there. And y'all, they got roaches over there. I have walked in there several times when I was staying across the street at those apartments to get something, and they got roaches. So yeah, no, I don't trust food from there. So thankfully my boyfriend had a car, because otherwise I would have been catching the bus just to go to get groceries, and that's not convenient at all. It truly, truly, truly isn't. This is another thing that I don't want to get into yet, but there's no restaurants nearby. There's nothing to do that's nearby. You have to have a car or you have to catch a bus or an Uber to get around. There's not enough in that area, whereas on LSU side, there is multiple restaurants. There's bars. I don't know if there's clubs over here. I'm not sure. I don't really club, so I'm not sure about that. But there's so much on this side of town that is walking distance. And on Southern side, you really have to have some form of transportation. Number 5. Yo, if you go to Southern, you already know. Yo, them classroom temperatures. Yo. Why when I go in Fisher, let me think, Fisher. Yeah, why when I go in Fisher am I hot as hell? Hot as hell. I don't want to have on my lab coat to do no lab. I don't want to do none of that. I want to be in there in my drawers. It is so hot in Fisher, y'all. Oh, especially the second floor where the labs are. Oh my god. Y'all, no. It's way too hot in there. But then imagine having a class in Fisher, then having to go to TT Lane. Now, personally, I have had multiple classes in TT Lane, and all of the classes that I was in were cold. Every single one of them. That building was always freezing for me. And I know I had some people that said TT Lane is always hot, but I'm like, no, I be freezing. So maybe it's the classroom that I'm in, the air works a little too well, but I have definitely had to go to Fisher for a class and then had to go to TT for a class, and I gotta keep taking a jacket on and off because it's hot in Fisher, then it's hot outside, then I gotta go in TT, try to bundle up, trying to get out of class, take it up. It's too much. The next one, number 6, is not answering phones or emails. Y'all, I'm having this problem right now because, like I said, I don't know what Southern is doing. And I'm trying to contact my advisor. I've been trying to contact her for about a week now. Sis, if you watching this, which I know you're not, I'm not about to put your business out there and say your name, but if you watching this, I'm going to need you to email me back. People do not email back or answer their phones. I've had this issue with teachers. I've had this issue with just regular faculty. Oh, you already know not to call financial aid if you go to Southern. If you a freshman, honey, and you got financial aid issues, let me tell you something. Pull up. I gotta sit back for this. Pull up. Don't try to call them. Don't try to email them. You gotta pull up. I'm so sorry if you're an out-of-state student that wants to come to Southern. I'm so sorry. It is a great school. I promise y'all, I'm not knocking Southern by any means. This is just a part of that culture. When you go to Southern, this is normal for us. We love it. This is just what we deal with. But I'm making a video about it, so I can say what I want. So I'm not saying don't come to Southern by any means in this video, but I'm gonna tell y'all, if you're not a state student, you might have to just pull up. Or you might have there's a possibility you're gonna have some issues when you do get here. That's all I'm saying. Possibly, if you're not a state student, fill out all of your applications super early, and then like a month or two before you're supposed to come. If you find that you might be having any issues with financial aid, with housing or anything, you possibly will need to take a trip to Louisiana to go to Southern to get all of your issues resolved, possibly stay for 2 to 3 days, get all of your issues resolved at once, and you should be good. Because one thing about Southern is if you have an issue to resolve, they resolve it quick, but you usually do have to physically go there. You usually can't just, oh, hey, Miss such and such, I'm having an issue with this. No, you usually have to go there and be like, fix this. Number 7, long lines in the union. If you go to Southern, I'm not speaking on this one for long because you will only understand if you come to Southern. Y'all be spending the hell out of y'all JAG cash them first couple months of school. I be waiting on y'all to run out personally. Because I'm that girl that got JAG cash from the time we start to the time we end. And then I got to hurry up and spend it all at the end of the semester because I still got some. Y'all be blowing the hell out of me. I just be wanting a little Chick-fil-A, a little Burger King in the morning before I go to class, or a little coffee during the day, and y'all be having them lines stupid long. Stop spending all y'all JAG cash. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Number 8, lack of food options. I didn't want to touch into this when I was talking about the area. All we have on campus is Mayberry and Dunn, which are our dining halls. We have Chick-fil-A, Burger King. We have the rotating station that does Mexican food, wraps, and all of that. We have the soul food place, Louisiana Kitchen. We have the coffee house. We have, what else? We have the 2-pod storage where you can get snacks from. Pretty sure that's it. I'm trying to make sure. And we have a Subway that is walking distance on campus. So you have about 10 options. And honestly, that's not that many. And it gets old. It's the same thing over and over, especially if you're used to eating different things. It's really just, it gets old. And that's why I'm personally glad I have an apartment, because I'm able to cook and eat what I want. without having to rely on whatever they're cooking in the dining hall or having to get Chick-fil-A even though I really don't want it, or X, Y, and Z. And then walking distance from Southern, there is a Jack in the Box. There is a Chinese place that if y'all going to Southern, let me tell y'all, don't sleep on Hong Kong Chef. I want them to sponsor me or something because that food is so good. Y'all, I literally live on LSU side. I will drive from LSU to Southern just for some Chinese food. That is how good it is. I promise. Don't sleep on Hong Kong Chef. And y'all, they cheap and they give you like a regular to-go plate and they stuff it to the top. Don't sleep. For $10, you're not beating that. And you can, I promise you, you can eat on, unless like you really eat a lot, you can eat on that for 2 days. That's not like a 1 day type of plate. I promise. I promise. There's a Jack in the Box, there's Hong Kong Chef, there's McDonald's. There is a, like, I don't want to call it a meat market, but like, y'all know what I mean. If y'all from like Louisiana, how like y'all got the corner store that sell good food, they have food, I can't remember what it's called, but they sell like seafood, boiled shrimp, boiled crawfish. They do, I don't eat this, but they do chitlins. They do a lot of stuff, and I really like them. So you have a couple of options, but you don't have, like I said, as many as they have over here. And yes, you can order like delivery food like Pizza Hut and whatnot, but like you have to order those things, or you have to drive to go and get like really good food. My boyfriend and I found ourselves a lot of times driving to this side of town to get something to eat and then bringing it back, because there really just aren't enough core places on that side of town. Because of course, if you've been at school for a whole semester, you're gonna get tired of eating Chick-fil-A and Burger King every day. So I just wish we had more options. Number 9 is setting up meal plans for commuters. I'm not going to get too much into this, but if you're a commuter, the way you set up your meal plan is, and picture you don't have a car. Or, well, picture this. The way Southern is, there's no parking like in the middle of campus. And if you're a commuter, you have to park at the stadium, by the nursing building, by the engineering building, or behind TT and Lane if you can get a spot over there. So you pretty much have to walk everywhere. So imagine, because if you try to park on the side of the road for 5 minutes to do this, you're gonna get a boot or you're gonna get a ticket. So just don't do it. Just park and walk. You have to go to Mayberry, get a form, fill it out. Then you have to walk to the cashier's office, which is across campus, and get them to sign it, approve it, woo-woo. Then you have to bring it back to Mayberry. So you have to walk back across campus just to get them to do your meal plan. Then you have to wait about 30 minutes for your money and your swipes to appear on your card. That's a lot of work. It'd be hot. I'd be upset, y'all, because it'd be hot. Dang. But that's how it works. And it's kind of just irritating. But it's not that big of a deal. I do it, of course, if I want to eat. If you are a commuter, I recommend the 60-something swipes and the 300 Jack Cash. Unless you really don't plan on like being on campus for a long time, or you're a person that likes to pack your own lunch and you want to save some money from financial aid, then you don't need a meal plan, because the meal plan I get is $600 a month, $600 a semester, I'm sorry. So you don't have to get a meal plan. I just do because I like to be able to get something to eat in between classes, or go sit in the cafe with my friends and not have to pay out of pocket for any swipes or anything. And number 10 is the beginning of the semester crowds. If you go to any college, you already know at the beginning of the semester, everybody's like, oh, I'm in college, yay, I love college. And then 2 months later, you don't see half of them kids, because they either got their refund and left, they just wanted the money, or they realized college wasn't for them, or some unforeseen circumstances happened and they weren't there, or they just don't ever go to class and they're always out somewhere smoking, drinking, partying, so you never see them again. It's just really irritating in the beginning with all of those people, because again, then those create lines in the union. It's a lot of people to get through when you're trying to go to class. And if you go to Southern, you know, or if you plan to go to Southern, you'll find out. That's the best way I can explain it. So guys, that is the end of this video. I really hope you guys like this video. I like talking about Southern. If you got any more topics that you want me to talk about, because my last Southern video did really well. If you have any more questions about Southern University, or you want me to speak about it in a more positive light, because I feel like sometimes I talk about it negatively, but I truly want y'all to understand I love my HBCU. I would never transfer, because I told y'all I want to move to Texas, and there was a possibility that I could move to Texas, get a house, and enroll into a different program. But no, I love Southern. I'm staying in Louisiana until I graduate. That is how much I love Southern. So if you guys want me to do another video about Southern University, drop some inspiration down in the comments. I would love to do some more videos for you guys. If you like my makeup, subscribe to my TikTok. It's right here. Subscribe to my TikTok. It is Jemiah Christian on TikTok, because I do a lot of makeup related stuff on that channel, because I feel like I'm good at makeup, but I don't feel like I would be good at tutorials. So I don't really do any makeup on my channel. But if you guys do like my makeup and you feel like you want me to try to do a tutorial, I will try. So drop that in the comments. And if you like me, if you feel in my vibe, you know, hit the subscribe button or hit the notification bell so you can get notifications to your device when I upload, or come back every Sunday around 3, 4, 5 o'clock. That's usually when I upload. And without further ado, I love you guys so much. Stay awesome. Bye, guys.